Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna play another new game. Let's do English. But today we're gonna play the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe version. And it's a pretty old game already. Well, this Ultra Deluxe version came out April 27th, and by the time of recording that was yesterday. Now, I never played the original game. Like, the original game is what, 10 years old or something? And it was a massive hit, apparently. I totally missed it. I have no idea what it is or what it's about. Um, but from what I've heard is the Stanley Parable is a first-person adventure game, where you play as Stanley, basically. And you notice that or discovers that your co-workers in the office has disappeared and he wants to find answers. And this is the weird part because I read online that it says you will play as Stanley and you will not play as Stanley. You will make a choice and you will have your choices taken from you. The game will end, but the game will never end. Contradiction follows contradiction. The rules of how games should work are broken, then broken again. You are not here to win. The Stanley Parable is a game that plays you. Now that sounds really interesting and really fucked up. I have no idea what I have to expect. So let's go in here blind. Have you played the Stanley? No, no, I haven't. I just said it. Until the computer is barely visible. I was good. Please enter the current time. What, really? It's oh God. It's PM. PM. 1:09 PM. I think. Yeah. Accessibility settings can't be accessed from the main menu. Okay. Okay. I'm really curious because it got like critical acclaim. Never the end is never the end is never. That's kind of
This
cool.
is the story of
Oh,
a man named
okay.
Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then
Okay.
one day,
Oh,
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
oh.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, I can move. He said he stepped out of the I'm being narrated. That wasn't the time that I put in. Damn you, game! Oh. 429? No. 428? No.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting room. Meeting room,
No
huh?
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Is it... Is he
Stanley
literally...
went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh, I turned it off. This is amazing. 426? 425? No. Oh. Meeting room, eh? Let's just do...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did I though? Did I? I think... This is weird. I'm on a computer. Fuck you.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, exactly. This is kind of awesome though. I'm not gonna lie. What I noticed within myself, and I think this is a game that is basically...
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Oh my
Stanley
God.
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
But I think this is a game that will test you and try to figure you out as a person.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Oh, come
A
on.
room so utterly captivating. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh. But I had it straight. Oh. Let me just go in here then.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh! But I figured out with myself that
But
I'm...
Stanley didn't want to go back to the office.
No.
He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
That's cool. But I'm a gamer who doesn't go and follow the rules. Like, you have this objective, go here, because...
Oh, no. No, it's to the right, my
Jesus.
mistake.
But I'm not...
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
I'm more of a person that goes through,
down,
like...
right, left,
I just
down,
start walking and
left,
then I
right.
go wherever I want.
Okay, yes. I've got it now.
Oh,
This
okay.
story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Door number 3 then, huh? Okay. Is it true though? Well, okay, if you say so.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story
Tired.
completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Really? Oh my god, really?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Are you getting
Stanley
annoyed?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let me just go. I don't want to upset the narrator. It is...
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Exactly.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh, cool. Okay. I'm get... This is pretty cool though. It's like it really tests you on how you're gonna play the game in a guild. Everyone
I'll
knows.
say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well,
No!
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh god. Really? Am I annoying? Am I annoying you, narrator? You're not gonna talk? You're not gonna say anything? Oh, you're not fun.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
know.
room. Perhaps
Yeah.
he had simply missed a memo.
I must have missed a memo. Jesus.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Sales in this quarter. Oh my god, we went down. Though, this does not make sense. No! Projections. Someone spilled their coffee. I hate Mondays. I don't really hate Mondays. Not particular. Username access. Oh. Sorry. Narrator, can you please say something? How to use help? Help? Not like that.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
Jesus.
The story. Here it comes.
Oh, goody. Go wild, narrator. Go.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Again? What the fuck is going on with this game?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
No, me
Is
neither.
this the story?
I don't know.
think so.
No, I don't know.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay!
I know
Easiest
you
game
put in
ever.
A lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Again? Adventure.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the
Trademark.
line. How simple is that?
Trademarks.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
To destiny.
Nope. Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Okay.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct?
Yes.
Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize.
No.
Not sure where I was going with all that. You know
Keep
what?
going.
I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh, Jesus. It does help, though. Oh, God. Da 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 da. On the left.
Cut the music, go back, and look at that fern.
That what?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Why? What? Why? I don't understand. It's a fern. It's nothing else. It's nothing else than a fern. Don't tell me to go back. Oh.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
Yes,
No.
yes,
Line,
yes.
You do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
No. Oh God, no. Okay. Here we are again.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh, come on! And here we go again. Where's the music? Cue the music!
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're
Nothing.
intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something
Oh,
exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
why? Well, if you...
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Is
Just
it
me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
a
Go
hero?
wild. Use your imagination.
Oh,
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
don't let my imagination go wild, dude. Don't, because you can't be, you won't be able to handle it. Trust me. Now, how long do I have to? Oh,
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
okay. Well, let's just follow it for now. How about that, narrator? Is that okay with you? Because it has to lead to somewhere. I can't follow that.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay,
Oh,
so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
I have to finish the circle now. Wait. Well, I haven't been playing for... Have I? Oh my god, I have!
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
After a
It's
long time.
all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
I guess so.
Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know?
I
Will
don't
someone come for us?
know.
Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm
Everything
not
is a
quite sure if we're
story.
in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Eventually. Can
Well,
I
in the
sit?
meantime, if you...
What happened? Did I do it? In the mean... Was he about to say, in the meantime, don't press anything or don't do anything?
All of
Because...
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Really? We're gonna do this again, narrator? Okay. Hello? How to use help. 456. Ah. Awaiting input. I don't know if I should have done that, but oh well.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, okay. If this isn't the way to the conference room or the meeting room, then I don't know. This is a game that is so unpredictable what is about to happen. It's so cool though.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What day is it? Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. R.I.P. France. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Reflect. Please keep the targets on the topic of fire paper guy. Number of slides on the slides. What the hell? Rate of increased in graphs per slide. Please, no more charts and begging. Stop. Fill out the triplicate solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, but more inclined toward conflict, what are your dreams for the future? Talk radio, nature, and mitosis. Clear skin, spring break, metamorphosis. Tips on how to talk less. Do unbelievable, amazing work all the time, every day, with no expectation of promotion or recognition. Don't get fired. How to solve a dispute. Let it. Nah. Let's continue on. I found the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Why, though? I mean...
There was nothing here.
I
No
know!
choice to make, no path to follow.
I
just
know,
an
but
empty broom closet.
I know, but
no
I want...
reason to still be here.
I know, I'm sorry, but I want to know what you're gonna do. That's all.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything.
I know.
At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Fucking around?
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
I know.
I never would have thought to mention it.
Are you gonna talk
Maybe
again?
to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Don't worry, dude. Don't worry about my friends.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Hey!
Well, with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Hey! Don't spill my secrets.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming.
Dude,
so
I know.
that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
One more. Give me one more, dude. Indulge me. No. Did I win? Okay.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. You can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
I hope not, dude. Let's do this.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But it's nice, pretty red down there. I like red. Hello? Oh, there's red up here as well. Boss? Executive bathroom. I have a fascination. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Huh? Because the boss knows that what the boss says... Oh, because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. That is quite a brilliant sentence. Boss? The beige pages? The yellow page? I think that's the bot. That's a sad pen over there. I don't... Boss? Oh my god! Nope, don't want anything to do with that place.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
What secret is being held from me?
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. So the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845? Why is that thing giving me that?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. I love this. I fucking love this. Why haven't I played this 10 years ago? Loading, 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 loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
It doesn't? Oh no, oh fuck.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
The amount of script that they had to do for this alone, it's just, it should have been like...
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Are you done? Jesus, that was a lot of criticism just because I went upstairs again. I thought the elevator broke because it sparked and everything. But fine, I'll go down.
Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I don't know, narrator. You tell me.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I don't know if I want to, mate. I honestly don't know if I want to. Escape! I don't know which way to go. On the one hand, I'm very curious what the mind control part is. Like, is he really going to control the character or anything? But escape, but what? Will the game end if I escape?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh yeah? I call you bluff. Are you gonna warn me again?
The door behind him was not shut.
I know.
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward.
I am.
And willingly confront his death.
Yes, I want to see. Never the end is never the end is never. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
No way. This can't be the end. Ah!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator.
What the hell?
Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't know. The Stanley Parable.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Whoa, that suddenly went deep. Nature paintings. Stanley's computer. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first path of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. The set of the two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction to this room posed. Gijs van Koten, that sounds Dutch. Cas van de Pol, that also sounds Dutch. Kevin MacLeod, that's the music. I have music of Kevin MacLeod as well. Christian Bakker. Jan Stroopman. 22nd Century Toys. Based on the work of the Stanley Parable 2013.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Excuse me? Do I have to shut it down completely?
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not.
Yes,
Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
there's no life without death and nothing.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
What?
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
I gotta...
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Never the end is never the end is never the loading. Is this the end or is it starting over again? That sentence didn't make any sense, did it? Is the game starting over now again? Or is this part of the story? I have no idea, but we'll figure out in the next video. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to see more of the Stanley Parable.